fragrance family? This is Nick on Consumer This. Today I want to bring to you guys one of my favorite fragrances, and it's really funny because this fragrance is only like $35 on the gray market. Personally, I wear this fragrance year round. I know a lot of people lean more towards the colder months or winter, fall, things like that, but being in a controlled environment, I don't know, I wear them all. So, but anyways, I want to introduce none other than Bentley for Men Incense. This is a gem, guys. It is just a gentleman's scent all in one. I get incense, smoke, some leather, patchouli, definitely rum, like a boozy sort of fragrance. Atomizer on it is just phenomenal. I've been wearing it all day today. It's been kind of a cooler day. And I've already got a couple compliments on it. And being a less expensive fragrance, a lot of people think, is it going to smell cheap? Should I blind buy it? This is definitely blind buy worthy. If you're into masculine fragrances with the notes I just, went over. Now, I find it to be kind of linear. Now, when I say that, it definitely has more oomph in the beginning, and it does settle down. Those spices kind of settle down a little more on the sweet side. It's not like a sweet fragrance, but you know how spices at first can be like a little like rough or dry in your face, and then they kind of transform. That's what this does to me on my skin. Just a wonderful fragrance. For the money, I'm gonna have to say this is one of the best bangs for the buck. I mean, if this juice right here, this beautiful looking colored juice that looks like spiced rum, was in a niche bottle, I don't think people would really know, honestly. It's really not a cheap smelling fragrance. This is obviously a subjective review, a subjective channel at that, so not everyone is going to agree with me, but that's alright. I mean, if you see my fragrance collection, you can kind of get a general feel of the type of fragrances I like. And I do like the darker fragrances. I do like the masculine, unisex. I really like all kinds of different fragrances, but the darker ones that tend to last longer are the ones I go for. There have been many times where I wake up and I'm like, which fragrance am I going to wear today? And I always just end up going with this one. I just get a lot of compliments with this. I do see this does remind me of like a James Bond kind of dude wearing a suit. Just a masculine, grown gentleman, Just a really good fragrance, guys. Let's take a look at some of the notes, and let me give you some more information on the perfumer and things like that. So come over here. And I always like to go to Fragrantica, which is an awesome website, by the way, to get your information on, and they have a message board and a forum on there as well that you can become part of. It's obviously free, but I get a lot of solid information off of it, and right off the bat, this particular fragrance, the Bentley, says that the main accords are, it's a woody, warm, spicy, balsamic, rum, smoky, fresh, spicy. That hits it right on the nose, guys. That is a dead accurate description. Natalie Lorson, oh, she's an awesome perfumer, by the way. You can and you can actually click on the name of the perfumer, and it gives you a list of all of the fragrances that they have done over time, which is really awesome. That's actually a good way of knowing if you do blind buy a fragrance. You have a better idea of kind of knowing what you're getting, because a lot of perfumers have a certain style, and I notice a lot of my fragrances that I have, there are the same perfumer or perfume has done them, and I kind of, like Alberto Moraz, just like there's a lot of different ones that I really like. So that was just kind of a tidbit there, but this was launched in 2013, it says. Top notes are bergamot, black pepper, and bay leaf. Middle notes are clary sage, African geranium, cinnamon, rum, and woody notes. Then the base notes, you have your leather, your benzoin, your incense, cedar, and patchouli. So my first impressions, honestly, I did not read that. When I first started the video, a lot of those notes were actually in here. So I do notice in this fragrance game, so to speak, your nose starts to get used to you know, certain notes, and you kind of get, it's kind of fun, you know. But I just thought that was pretty interesting. This one, you know, has a lot of love. And oh, also beauty spin for $35.09 to $37.86. I've seen it go up to like $50. I wouldn't pay that much, but if you can get it for $35, which you can, definitely get this one, guys. Of course, on the bottom here, you have your label information, your batch code number. Of course, it's a 100 milliliter bottle, made in France. Eau de parfum, by the way. This is an EDP concentration. It's very important to note. That's why it lasts so long. And like I get about 6 to 7 hours out of this projection. The projection is really good too. I would say good 2-3 feet. When you're walking by though, somebody in the office down the hallway, they're gonna smell this, put it that way, and they're probably gonna ask you what you're wearing. The bottle is really nice too. This thing is super thick glass, guys. I love the color of the juice. It really stands out in my collection. This is a really thick glass, probably weighs a good ½ pound or so. This is all metal. The top cap is really cool too. It's reminiscent of like a shift knob that they put down on the gear console there. It says Bentley engraved. This is also metal. The top housing is metal. And there are no stickers. This is engraved. For Men Intense, it's like a black kind of lacquer. And only stickers the bottom. So, but you know, this is a great fragrance, guys, and I really definitely think it's worth checking out. So. Alright guys, so I appreciate you stopping by and checking out my channel. Please hit that like button and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I do videos every Sunday. Usually later in the day I'll post them, but definitely every Sunday I post a new fragrance review. And I did recently just put up 2 new shelves to display my fragrance collection. So I do plan on doing another video to reshoot my fragrance collection now that I am more serious about my channel and what I'm doing here. I take a lot of pride and effort into this, and I will continue to give you guys the best quality that I possibly can. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you guys so much for stopping by. This was my take on Bentley for Men Intense. Definitely a gem, so check it out. Thanks guys, God bless, peace.